So now that we've got our gun working, the fracturing working, our impulses working, all our cool little logic, we can kind of do like a victory lap here and just set up some more fun little stuff on Chaos for the time being, just to give you guys something nice and fun to play with. Because next week we're going to dive into Niagara particle systems, how to get like dust to spawn off of this, how to spawn particles when the projectile hits, how to make cool looking stuff. So for now, let's just give you guys a couple fun tools to use on your fractures. Let's start off with something similar to the Chaos master field, which is called the anchor field. And this, we can just drag it in without making a copy of it because the only parameters on this that we need to worry about, is honestly just the scale of it. We're going to drag one in down here and maybe another one up top. What we can do with this is, I'm actually going to go back to selection mode for now, bring up our details here, and we can see on our geometry collection, we have initialization fields. I already did a bit of messing around off recording, but I'm just going to revert this for you guys. Click the revert button. We can click add element, and we're going to add 2 elements, one for each anchor field here. So we have anchor field generic and anchor field generic 2. Boom, boom. And I'm just going to show you guys what this does. We can shoot it, and now anything within that field is just going to stay static. So you're going to want to use this on some more complicated setups. Like if you're doing a house or something and you want to have foundations stay in place, you can use anchor fields and place them strategically to get really cool effects. And there is also another way we can anchor pieces in place. And this one's a lot of fun too. So I'm going to do it on this bridge up here instead. Let's make a new fracture. Let's go to fracture mode here, create a new geometry collection. Make sure this is off. We'll go over physical materials in a future episode. We'll create the geometry collection. And we'll give it another uniform fracture here. 300 seems good to me. Maybe we'll do 200 because I want to add some noise to it so that we get nicer looking pieces. So let's set the noise to, I don't know, I'm going to try 7 and just, oh, actually, cool. So now they actually have, it seems like previews of what this is going to look like. So what if I set this to like 1? I don't really know what exactly is going on here with this. It looks like a display error, but it's also showing me the strength of the noise, so I'm not going to question it. So maybe 6 is good, and I'm just going to go ahead and click fracture. Cool. So we now have tons of boxes. I'm going to go ahead and explode this out and check it out. We've got some nice looking noise on all of our cuts now. It makes it feel more alive. Of course, we're going to do a super in-depth dive on how to get the best looking fractures down the line. This is cool for now. Over in our fracture hierarchy, which is open when you're in fracture mode, we can see, pardon the motorcycle outside, we can select any piece that we want to. So if I just do, I think Control Alt and drag, we get a marquee selection. So we can just select all of these starting ones here, and we can right click them in the outliner and go to anchored and say yes. And I'm going to do that on the other side here too. Control Alt drag, right click, anchored. I'm going to save this. And so because those are anchored, it's going to stay in place instead of falling immediately now. And sick. It's a little interesting because just setting it to be anchored just means by default it stays in place, but it doesn't actually force it to stay like you might have with this anchor field here. So it gives you a little bit of a different feeling. Let's go up top though, because this is cool. We're shooting. We're having some fun. Oh my god, there's an enemy over there. Oh, I missed. Oh my god, the whole bridge fell. Crazy. Nice. Yeah, so we got it working. We have a bunch of pieces on the floor here. I really just wanted to show off the anchoring before we get into particles next week. And you can go ahead and already do a lot of fun stuff with just the few things I've shown in Chaos. I think, I mean, of course, we can have these pieces disappear later, so they're not just forever here as this big mess, but we'll show that off later. This, I think, is a great stopping point for week 1. I'm going to come back, and I think we'll talk about destruction theory and what makes good-looking destruction. We'll talk about different types of destruction. Right now, we're doing purely dynamic destruction, real-time game destruction, but of course, we can also create simulations in Houdini and import those in and show how to get that working with our gun system. We can do crazy stuff like vertex animation textures, which we'll go into as well, where you can create really complicated stuff like metal deforming or liquid splashes or really crazy over-the-top destruction pieces and have that play too. So there's a lot of theory we'll talk about as well at some point. But for now, I would encourage you guys, if you by chance have a gun and a rig and an animation, to set up your own. Because I think it's just a really great practice, and it's going to be a great way to present your destruction. Also, of course, have fun, explore different fracturing, try it on different meshes, you know, see what type of creative stuff you can come up with. Anywho, just wanted to share that for now. I'll talk to you guys in week 2.